Hi, my name's Adam Fawer. I am here at the DNR office in Istanbul. I'm author of Mobius and very excited to answer questions from social media. I've never read any of these questions before, so this should be fun. Looking at what you wrote in Improbable, do you think we might be living in a simulation with all these coincidences? And if so, is there a save button in this simulation? Do I think we're living in a simulation? I do not. I don't think that. I certainly hope not. I would feel bad if I was just a character in someone else's simulation. And as far as a save button, if there was one, I wish I could find it. Next question. If your publisher suggested the title, Anything Could Happen But Probably Won't, instead of Improbable, would you accept it? No. What advice would you give to someone who is in love with an impossible person? Ooh, this is a tough one. I think we're all impossible in our own special way, and the most important thing is to accept the person for who they are, because people never change. If you could travel back to any point in history, where would you go and why? Ooh, that's a tough one. I love modernity, so I'm not particularly interested in going back. But I guess if there was no butterfly effect, and if I could go back and I wasn't going to change anything in the future, my dad passed away when I was quite young, and he was younger than I am now. And I'd love to go back and just spend a day with him as an adult to an adult. That would be fantastic. If one of your books had a musical score to accompany it, what would the soundtrack for Improbable be? Ooh, I love the music of Cliff Martinez. He's done a number of soundtracks, scores, including Contagion and Solaris. And I also love the soundtracks of Trent Reznor with Atticus Ross, who did The Watchmen and The Social Network. And those are soundtracks that I listen to over and over and over again as I've written my books. If you were to write the last 5 years in the world as a novel, what would the name of the novel be? What a mess. Can anything really happen at any time? Yes. I think it can. It's just certain things are much more likely than others, and other things are, nothing is impossible, just certain things are infinitely improbable. Besides writing, what's your most surprising hidden talent? I didn't know my writing was hidden. What's my most surprising hidden talent? I can hear a song and in just a couple notes, I can name it. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, does this plot really need to be this complicated while writing a novel? I wouldn't say that I've eliminated complexities in the plots of my novel, but I have eliminated characters that didn't need to be there, and side plots that also didn't need to be there. I think the most important part of telling a compelling story is to just tell the part that you really need. If you were born as a character in a novel, which author's pen would you want to spring from? Ooh, that's a tough one because most of my books are sort of like thrillers, or my favorite authors are like Stephen King, who writes fantastic horror books, but I definitely would not want to spring to life in one of his novels. Gosh, that's incredible. Adrian Tchaikovsky wrote this amazing book called Children of Time, and it was science fiction and quite brilliant and inventive, and I recommend that novel to anyone, and I'd love to be a character in one of his books, although I think it might be a little bit terrifying. If all of your books came to life and started interfering with your life, which one would cause you the most trouble and why? I definitely think Mobius would cause me the most trouble because it's the first book I've ever written in the first person, and the protagonist is very similar to me, and there could be only one me, so we would probably both try to kill each other. Is there any Turkish dish that you have never eaten but are curious about? Not to my knowledge. My hosts at April Publishing have taken me to so many different restaurants. I've eaten everything I already knew about and a ton of things I had never known about. And I love the kebabs. Which of your books would you recommend first to someone who has never read yours? I think I'd recommend Improbable because it's the first novel I ever wrote, and it's the least complicated in a way, and I think I've evolved a lot as an author over the years, and Mobius is the book I'm most proud of, but it's more complicated, so I would rather you start with Improbable and work your way up to Mobius. If your life were a novel, what would be the most unexpected plot twist? This one is incredibly easy to answer. The most unexpected plot twist would be that I would write a novel and it would be translated into 20 languages, but the country where it was most popular was Turkey, Turkey, a country I had never been before, and so I would say Turkey. Seni seviyorum.
Bravo.
Thank you. Teşekkürler. 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 Thank you so much for having me. Click the link below to check out all of my books, and I hope you enjoy.